starting with a big smile. I'm exhausted. I am pushing myself into this practice, but I know that a smile on your face can help you go into a direction. It can help you transform your whole day. It can help you open all the channels, your throat and your heart and your belly, and just to bring that good energy. So right now I'm smiling. Obviously, I have the morning sun of Yerushalayim on my face, but no matter what, it does help. I know it does help, and to have this view behind me, it does help. But no matter what, let's try to bring that good energy, and knowing that we're not perfect, but we always and for sure still have the tools to be good and to be strong and to have a vision. So let's start with our vision. You can sit in a comfortable pose and already finding that space. As soon as I'm here, I don't have to think much. I just have to be. Sometimes I have to wait. The breath just comes. The clarity just comes. The inner light just comes. I'm laughing at myself, don't worry. So try to feel that inside clarity and space. In the same way that sometimes we come back to our house and we just sit and enjoy the space. We enjoy what's natural and comfortable. So try to do the same thing into your meditation. Find that inner comfort zone and just enjoy. Connecting to a space of calm, openness, and light. And if I would have think 10 minutes ago, what am I going to do in my meditation? How am I going to feel? Do I really want to do it? There's only one solution. It's to actually come and sit. And then allow whatever is supposed to happen within you to happen and to express itself. But you needed to have that aim, and you needed to have that action of simply sitting down. So allow yourself to have a few more deep breaths. If your palms are not open towards the sky, you can do it now, placing them on your knees. And before inhaling and reaching up to the world, to the sky, try to see how you feel your groundedness, your upper body. Your head, your mind. And then engage your whole body together to inhale and reach up with your arms. Hands together, exhale all the way to your heart. Let's create our intention. The intention can be for your practice. It can be for the day. Or it can be something that you really want to work on and that you need to practice every day. It could be a simple word, but a very deep and present word into yourself. It could be simple as patience, and maybe that path of patience is going to transform you and your perception and the people around you. It could be compassion. So whatever it is, take the time to mention it a few times within yourself. And let it settle into your whole body. Still repeating it a few times very softly. And then when you feel that your body is filled up with that idea, with that mantra, with that vision, with that intention, now again, let's open it and asking the world to help me be in tune with myself. And then exhale, bring it all the way to you. Bring your chin in, opening your eyes, and let's inhale to the sky. And exhale. And if you're not on your mat yet, come on your mat. You will need blocks. Remember to always have blocks. And we're going to start on our hands and knees and work our connection and our reading space below us. So hands right under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. I like to tuck in my toes, but you don't have to. I just like to connect a little bit more deeply into the earth. Let's connect to a neutral spine here. Let's connect to the space within myself. And we're going to inhale, open our heart. And exhale, round our backs a few times. That's like the perfect morning stretch. Starting to feel movement into your spine. And if you have time just to do one thing in the morning. Okay, I'm lying to you because there's so many things you can do in the morning. But this is a good one. Connecting to your breath. Reawakening your spine. Space into your back, space into your heart, reconnecting to the space into your lungs. Making that bridge of energy from your hips to the crown of your head. Connecting to the sides of your upper body. That's really important. And then the arms and the legs will follow. One more time. Inspire, inhale. And exhale, tailbone in, crown of your head down. Stay here a moment. And come back to neutral space. From here, we're going to see what's happening with our shoulders. So softly, I'm going to press into my left hand and start inhaling. And then down. Other side, pressing and opening. And I'm going to add the leg. So pressing with my left and just opening. So it's kind of a supported side plank. Take your time just to feel the movement, feel the transition, pressing down into the earth, bringing you to that open space. So you could do this a few times, always coming back to that stability, neutrality, and then exploring. Always the unknown. Never know how I'm going to feel when I'm into a pose. So I'm opening my mind, opening my body, ready to receive the light. One more time on each side. Using your inhale here, full inhale. And then other side. And release. From this pose, I'm going to just bring my hands a little bit towards the front and come into my first downward dog. But not a full downward dog, so I really want to keep my knees bent and press my sitting bones back, so I'm almost pressing my ribs onto my thighs, allowing now the whole upper body to wake up. Hands, arms, shoulders. And then from here, Lengthening my legs, my heels are up, and slowly heels down. So we're going to do this a few times. Press into your toes, heels up, engaging your legs, and then press your heels down and lift up your toes. Coming into that space in my lower body. And I'm going slowly with full awareness, contemplating my whole body working together. And down. And up. Last time down. Now looking in front, come onto your toes, and we can walk and walk and walk. Even here I have to create a lot of space to be able to walk. Hands onto your shins, inhale, lengthening, exhale, down, reaching up your arms to open those shoulders, cross your fingers, and try to see that beautiful line of energy from the center of your heart to your lungs, to your shoulders, all the way to the sky. And there's always more space for me to bring my chin in. And you can, of course, bend your knees, but try to feel your sitting bones flying up towards the sky. And bend your knees, release your arms. Again, let's connect to our spine, pushing down and coming up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders up and back and spear to the sky. Finding a nice Tadasana pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Taking our blocks, right foot back, coming into a lunge, high lunge. Let's explore our groundedness, our foundation. Breathe into that space. So I'm really activating the back leg and really rooting down into the earth. You can pivot the back foot, and from here slowly press into the earth, and then let's inhale, arms up. So as you see, I do it naturally. I like to bring my hips up a little bit to really feel that I'm grounding myself. Inhale, let's do some nice arm circles, keeping my connection to the earth, up to the sky, and back. Trying to feel not only my shoulders, but my shoulder blades reaching down. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale up, exhale down, pivoting the back foot. So I have a choice here. I can change my feet by just walking it, or maybe I can jump it. Yeah, I don't feel like jumping it, but you could jump it because it's so hot. Hop. Exploring the other side. Blocks, lengthening. And all of a sudden, this leg feels a little bit more weak. So I'm going to try to really engage it, root it down, breathe into it. And then pivoting the back foot, coming up. My hips are going up a little bit and then down. And I want my heart to be facing the front. And let's go nice arm circles, up and down. And up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Up to the sky. And coming down, pivoting your back foot. Des blocs de chaque côté. Up, coming into your first plank. You can bring your knees down. Let's do our push-up. Inhale, open your heart. 2 more times. Exhale. I went a little bit deep for my first cobra. Let's go a little bit more with awareness. Inhale. And exhale. Push into the floor. Inhale. And then up, hips to the sky. You can walk your feet a little bit. Downward dog. So your downward dog is going to be the connection to realign yourself. To balance the weight, right and left, front and back. It's really to find that harmony and neutral space into your body. And once we find it, we're able to go back to the next step. So big toes together, and let's explore the right leg up. So I'm going to go very slowly here the first time. We're going to allow the right hip to open slowly. equally. Tailbone in. My left leg didn't move. And I can look towards the right. I'm going to keep my leg long for now. And equally press into my hands. Then bring your hip square. Bring your knee in. Hop. Right foot in front. Pivoting the back foot. Now the left arm is going to come and do a nice big circle of energy. And coming to your warrior. So I could stay here facing the beautiful view I have. But I'm going to force myself and go into the real warrior aiming towards the front. Strong, connected, opening your front palm. Inhale, just bring your arm up for now. Think about the crease of your hip here, rooting down, and from here, lengthening. The whole right side of your body is creating a lot of space. And release the back foot. We come back into our push-up. And let's do a cobra 3 times again. Inhale. And exhale. Create that little suspension at the top of the pose. And exhale. And one more time. Up. And come into your downward dog, neutral pose, remember. A few breaths, 3 to 5 breaths. Again, it's coming back to something that eventually, or maybe it is right now, a comfort zone. And you bring your big toes together. And again, press the right down first. Bring the left up, keeping your hips square for now. Try to bring that right heel a little bit more down. And then with awareness, open the left hip. Try to follow the movement. I want you to feel that you have a long lower spine. Tailbone aiming towards your left heel. My right knee didn't move, still aiming towards the front. And looking towards the left. And bring your hips square. Stay here a moment. Feel the pose at this stage. And then bring the knee in. Hop in front. Pivoting the back foot. Getting ready to push. And bring that right arm all the way. And come into your warrior. So from my midline, there's a lot of energy opening towards both sides. Nice full breath. Opening the front palm. And then I'm going to reach up. So for sure I want to go back. But I'm trying to visualize myself into that cylinder. And I'm aiming up while my lower body is connecting and rooting down. One more breath, a full breath. And then up. Let's go down, pivoting the back foot and coming into your plank. From your plank, we're going to come into a side plank. Supported side plank for now. So, with my knee to the side and opening. So, naturally my leg is lifting up. So you could lift up your leg and practice that. You don't have all the weight onto your right arm. So I'm bending my elbow a little bit, releasing my shoulder, and really using my fingers widespread. And then after, when I'm really comfortable with that space here, I can go into my full plank. Arm can go up, arm can go above your head. And try to visualize a nice straight line of energy here. And we release. Come back to your neutral space. Hop into my plank. Getting ready for the other side. Openness. Lift up that foot, that leg. Release that supporting arm, but I'm still rooting down. Try to breathe. Connecting to all the tools within yourself, to all the strength. And we release. Coming back to up, a plank, and a push-up. Open heart. Exhale, hips to the sky. Let's take a moment here. Remember, this is your kind of resting space. There's not one time that I don't connect to a different realization into my downward dog. It's really endless. We're gonna go with our open hips, so press the left. Right leg up. Stay here a moment. Open hip. And now you can bend your knee. And look behind, under your right arm. So it's a little bit like the downward dog. I'm using every part of my body here to enhance the pose. Hip square. Knee in. Look in front. We're going to come into a triangle. So press, pivot, lengthen. So I'm going to adjust my block. And from here, inhale, reaching up. Again, relax your shoulders. Beautiful energy traveling throughout your body. With each pose, you're opening more channels, so more light can penetrate, more breath. Let's release the upper arm, looking down. I'm going to go into a half moon. We'll see if it's stable or not, but let's try to work more on the stability. So, bringing the block to the front. And here, very slowly, I'm working on my stable arm, stable leg. And then eventually, if it's good, my left hip is going to come above my right. And if I'm good, left arm up. So from here, there's a lot of like direction, power. You need to breathe into that pose, that's for sure. And slowly, I'm going to come back up into the front. And I'm going to release my right leg, so I'm just going to open my right leg and bring it down. Let's inhale here, exhale down, coming into your plank. Push up. Inspire. Exhale. A few breaths. And here I need to relax my shoulders. It's a pose that allows you to see a little bit how did the last pose, what the last pose did in your body. And I'm going to bring some breath wherever I feel a little bit more tightness, less space. And then at a point I'm ready to go. Big toes together. Let's push into the floor, left leg up. Slowly open and then bending. So this is really the typical pose that you want to do slowly until your body really knows the direction to take into that pose. Tailbone towards the inside, pubic bone towards your belly button, really allowing the lower back to lengthen. And hip square, bring your knee in, hop in front, and let's come into our triangle, lengthening. Press down, and then allow yourself to open. And again, from here, I see all the little weaknesses in my body, and I breathe into them. When someone is weak and tired, you want to hold them. Same thing with your inner self. Let's come into our half moon. Again, I'm going slowly, working on my foundations, pressing, lifting. And it's when I really feel rooted that I can allow my right hip to come above my left. Right arm. So here, I feel that my left hand is not at the right place. So yes, I'm going to come back, bring the block a little bit closer, and then come again into the pose. and reaching up. Different view. Enjoying what Hashem is giving me. So I have a choice always to connect to the outside world or to connect to my inner world. And then from here, releasing, letting go a little bit of the other leg. And then down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Coming into your plank. Half plank. And down. Rolling your shoulders. And exhale, downward dog. So the downward dog, as you see, is here to create a bridge in between every little poses or flows that we do. So not only I have time here to integrate what I did, but I have time to prepare myself to what's coming, whatever is coming. So we're gonna add pressing the left foot, so my big toes are together, right leg up, open and bending. So I could stay here. If I feel very strong, I could allow myself to hop, come into that beautiful pose of openness. This arm is working. And then release, hop, coming back into my downward dog. And I feel that I need to do a little vinyasa here. So push up, down, inhale, exhale. Big toes together. So my left side was a little bit weak. Let's see how the right side feels. Left leg to the sky, open hip, bending knee. And from here exploring, whop, and opening. Big difference. Big difference. And I'm just welcoming the different strength and weaknesses in my body. And then release, hop, coming back to my plank or half plank, push up, down, inhale, and exhale. And I'm gonna walk my downward dog, so right leg up, walking, other side, walking on your toe, on your finger tips. And here I'm surrounded by flies, but I'm gonna welcome that too. Cute little flies from Yerushalayim. Inhale here, exhale, coming down and lengthening those arms to the sky. Bending knees, releasing your arms, and let's come up with a rounded back. Shoulders up, back, inhale. Stay here, exhale, navel in. Hands to your heart. Okay, so because I'm doing all these small practices, we'll end up the standing pose here and we'll go onto the floor. Blocks in the front, and we're going to come onto our toes and come down, sitting bones onto my heels, and take a moment here to realign myself. So connecting towards the inside, from here expressing towards the outside. So the blocks are here if I need them, just as a extra support. I'm working my toes, I'm working my boots, I'm working my foot arch. And let's see again if we can balance onto our toes. And maybe go a little bit deeper by opening to the side. Yeah. So a little bit more weight onto my left toes. And then other side, take the time to do the transition. Inhale up. Exhale. and then up. Beautiful. The block is right here, so I'm going to use it. And we can explore or course, or really, I think I should go to the other side. Yes. And then try to have your sitting bones onto the block. And let's balance. So it's a little bit easier because I can really focus on my sitting bones because it's the only thing that touches the block. Open your heart. Yeah. Open your arms. Some of us are going to be able to lengthen the legs. Go ahead. From here, I'm going to bring my hands to my heart. Inhale. And exhale. Open to the side. Gather the energy in. And exhale. And to your center. One more time. Opening. And then other side. And opening. And let's come back to neutral space. Open your heart, lengthen your spine. And then down. So from here, I'm going to come on the left side to bring my right foot in and my right knee connected to the left. And then the other one slide my foot. Take a moment here. And this is easy for me because, I don't know, I think I sat like this my whole youth, but it's not so easy for everyone. Try to just not dwell, but accept the pose. Few breaths. Every exhalation brings the energy down. Every inhalation opening the path around your heart. And then you're going to move to the opposite side. Take your ankle and come back, and then go to the other side. So I'm really shifting the weight to make space. Bring my knee in, allowing my hips to be square. And again, some of you are working on the pose. I'm working on the flies around me. Try to see the direction of your breath into this pose. Now let's try to see if we can do both legs. So you're going to keep the left where it is, shift the weight towards the left, and bring the right. Sometimes one block is not enough, and then two blocks. And I really want to invite my feet around the block. Bring my belly in, my knees are together, and I'm going to lengthen my arms. Exhale, push the energy back. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale. So of course, if you're absolutely not comfortable into the pose, you come into a cross-leg position. Inhale up and exhale back. Let's do eagle arms. So right arm in front, left crisscross. Try to bring your elbows at the level of your shoulders. You could stay here or double cross. This is the magic pose to create space in your shoulder. Connect to the space behind your heart, in between your shoulder blades. A beautiful space of air, and breathe into that space. Of course, we can stay here longer than we want or we can. But it is a video, so I have to move on. But stay a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale. Release arms to the sky. And exhale. Left arm. Right arm. Bending. Again, make sure that your elbows are high at the level of your shoulders. Double cross if it's good for you. And it's interesting to see, this pose gives you a little bit of an idea of how you feel in your shoulders. Is it tight? Is it possible for you to do this pose? Is it blissful? Again, for me, one side is harder than the other one this morning. I'm taking mental notes. So the good thing with pretzel poses is that when you release, you feel so free. and light. So let's inhale one more time here and enjoy the freedom of letting go to the sky. And then exhale. You're going to shift to one side. Take the ankle and bring it back in front. Other side. Now from here, you want to release your knees a little bit so you can massage them. Nice big circle around your knees. So I'm going in and out. And then we can take the block off and come into a full sitting down pose. One leg out, one leg in. Take a block here. Balance. Inhale up. Exhale to one side. And the top is here. So take the time to kind of release the rhythm down with your breath, with your mind, and with your body. And then up and exhale. Fingertips in front. Keep your sitting bone engraved into the earth. And let's try to walk. Again, go at your own rhythm, respecting your edge, respecting your limits. Some of us will lie completely down. Some of us will be here. So for example, my knee is telling me not to go too deep. I'm respecting that space and embracing it. And walking back, reaching up. Slowly on the side, shifting my weight back. And I'm going to come to something neutral before doing the other side. Inhale, open heart. Exhale, rounding. One more time, inhale. Exhale, stay. And let's do the other side. Remember, both sides are completely different. So already I'm feeling the differences here. A little bit more tightness, a little bit more openness. Open to the side, up to the sky. Create a lot of space. And then open. So I'm not going towards my knee, I'm really keeping that shoulder back. And I'm pushing a little bit more in my sitting bone to create more space. That space is going to help me throughout the day to breathe better, to walk with a lot more openness in my upper body. And a reminder to relax all the muscles onto your face. And then exhale. Front. Much more tight for me. Every exhale, I'm going to go a little bit more down. And really, really, who cares about where you're going? Just be able to live the pose. My leg, my knee up, my lower body more connected and more grounded. Breathe into that space. I feel that there's tightness in my lower back. I'm exploring that tightness. With every exhalation that you want to go deeper into the pose and release the tensions. And let's walk it back. Neutral space. This time, well, what we'll do actually is bring our feet together. So I feel too low for my back. If I had a blanket, I would put it under my sitting bones, but I don't have one, so I'm going to use my block. And bring your feet together, lengthen your spine, create that space. Again, neutral, right, left balance, and in the center, your whole upper body. From your lowest point of your pelvic floor, the highest part of your head, energy, rooting down and reaching up. Here right away is that my feet are not equal, so I'm like kind of pressing them in an equal way like this. The energy that's going to come from the edge of my feet is going to go towards my knee, go into my legs. So you want to have your base neutral and connected. So some maybe that your body is asking you to stay. It is a pose where we can stay longer and we could even finish the practice like this. But I feel that we're still working. When you want to finish your practice, you want to feel that your body is just super duper comfortable. So let's say one more breath here. Push into your sitting bones, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, bring the energy into your belly towards your spine. And now from here, come into your sitting pose. Trust yourself. Now you can integrate the pose fully. Not even like that. Like after a whole day, the whole energy of the day is like bubbling into your body. So maybe the practice is kind of moving more into your physical body, more into the space around your emotions, more into your mind, more into the energy level of your body. They kind of balance all those energies, bring them back to that space where they can live together. And to soften whatever is so tight. And to see what my body is telling me. My breath. Here, let's reconnect to our intention at the beginning of the class and let it really sink in. Repeat it a few times, and every time, let it settle down with your body. Rich. Use the body intention itself. This is serious business. You really allow soft wind is telling me that I have to go. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, hands to your heart. That's it for today. Peace and love. And I will see you soon. Starting with a smile, finishing with a smile.